Hey there, welcome back to your second Python tutorial. I am Jay, and hope last time we downloaded PyCharm and we learned the print statement. So this was what we ran last time. Hello Codigos, Jay likes Python. I want sandwiches. Amazing piece of code, right? Anyway, today we're gonna do a little more. We're gonna jump into something called variables. So if you're learning coding, it's probably best that you know a little bit of maths. Not a little bit, actually, quite a bit of maths. Because coding and maths are very interrelated. Okay, so if if you know basic maths, you know algebra, so you know what a variable is. A variable is basically if I say a equal to 15, then that means there's a variable called a which has a value of 15, right? So I can just do print a, and if I run that, it prints a 15. See? So that's it. That's what you need to do. So that's a variable. A is the variable, it has a value of 15. Now the whole point of making it a variable is that it could have a variable value, right? So we'll get into how to maybe take user input and all that later on. For now, let's just figure out how to assign a variable. Now, a few things you need to keep in mind while creating variables in Python is the naming of the variable. There's a few rules. Basically, there's something called keywords in Python. Okay, they are basically words that hold a special meaning for the language, right? So maybe words like print, if, else, elif, or, while, etc. etc. These are all words that hold a special meaning for the language. You cannot have a keyword as the name of a variable. It won't work, it will give you an error. Second thing you need to keep in mind is your variable name cannot start with a digit. So it can't be called one numero. It has to be called numero one. I don't know why we're calling it numero in the first place, but basically what I'm trying to say is this is a valid variable name. This is not a valid variable name, as you can tell already. There's a red line already, right? This is valid, this part. This is invalid. So that's basically how you name variables, okay? So assigning a value to a variable is pretty easy. It's called, you use the assignment operator, which is basically just an equal to. So when I say a equal to 15, the program goes, alright, there is a value of 15 and that value has been assigned to the variable a, right? And if I like print a, then what it will do is it will go into the program above this statement and look for the variable a and then be like, alright, this corresponds to the value 15, so I'm just going to print 15. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is that the way Python compiles its program is it goes line by line. So what happens is I do a equal to 15, then I print a. Okay, this, as we've already seen, prints a 15. But now, what if after this I put a equal to 16 and then I try to print a again? Let's see what happens. See, the first time it went in, it printed 15, and the second time it went in, it printed 16. So that's basically what happens. So the program runs from top to bottom and it goes, okay, so A is equal to 15. Now I need to print A, so I'll just print a 15. Now the variable A is equal to 16. So the next time I need to print A, I will print 16. Okay. So to see how this really works, I should probably pull up a paint window. Alright, so we're on paint. And basically what happens is when I create a variable A, there's a variable A. Okay, that's a bad idea. Let's type. This is just a bad idea. Alright, A. A variable called A has been created. And the first time it refers to a place in the memory which has a value of 15. Okay, so it corresponds to this. Now, the next time a new again when it's reassigned, what happens is a new memory location is created, and this time it has a value of 16, and the correspondence of A is removed from here and it starts corresponding to this memory location instead. Alright, this still exists somewhere in the memory but can no longer be accessed through the variable A. Now we have a new variable 16 which is being accessed through A. So I think that's a lot of information for one video. What I want you guys to do is maybe mess around and see what you can do, and next time I'll teach you how to deal with numbers in Python. What you could also do is maybe put B equal to A and then print B and then print A, and I'm not going to run this. I want you to run this and figure out what happens, and maybe draw out a paint explanation for yourself and see if you can explain it right. Alright, that's about it. Hope you guys had fun watching. Watch the next tutorial. If it's out already, I'll link it down below. If it's not out yet, wait till next week. Alright, I don't know why I do that cringe sound accent singing thing, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, see ya, bye.